LS firefighting. Well, firefighting is a very, very old thing, and like I say, believe it or not, their first fire trucks were LS and steam. And actually, originally, we used we used steam power to push around. Well, first ones were of course the horse and cart, because like I also did LS buggy carriages or carriages and LS wagons. You should be able to find them in the old archives of the old photographs. If you look, you should see LS somewhere. Like I said, the LS saddlebags and LS this and LS that, or SS, depending. I think I generally went by LS though, just L and S, but they might have spelled it LS the other way. I don't know. Anyway, though, LS Lucifer Star. Uh, so basically, the old hand pump water tanks and water engines and all that kind of stuff. But I actually got in an argument one time actually with them because they only wanted to give, because they're being fussy about the weight and stuff like that, and they're like they only need 600 gallons worth of water in the truck. And I was like, there's no way in effing hell 600 gallons is going to do anything. You need, I mean, even with foam, because they wanted to do like an 800-gallon water tank or something like that, and then do like 300 gallons of the foam stuff, and then, the rest water. And I was like, what is that going to do? That's not going to do anything with the fire. You need at least 1,000 gallons or something like that, or at least 800 gallons of pure water, and then foam on top. And we were also well, it's mostly because of aircraft, because jet fuel or aircraft fuel just, and then, and also the metal fires. And some metal fires, as you know, you can't put water on. It just doesn't work. I mean, like I say, back in the old days, we actually had a test fire shop. A lot of my bases, we'd have fire trucks and all that other stuff, but we also had a test fire shop where we just lit everything on fire and saw how fast and how much water it would actually take to put it out, where we actually knew exactly how much per actually what size fire it took to put out a fire. Anyway, you're supposed to be able to do it with 600 gallons, but I don't think the 600 gallons really, that's like 3 bathtubs full. That's not enough. Anyway, so I mean, I tried to keep my water trucks amount of water inside the water tanks to at least 1,000 gallons of actual water, and the rest foam, because that's all. Because I mean, otherwise you're making trips. But I mean, that's a big water tank, so yeah, in a big truck. So, I didn't get my wish, of course, with that one. So usually it's only about 800 gallons, and they just do relays, I guess. Anyway, though, but getting the fire hydrants in there, and then of course, as you know, the oxygen masks and the oxygen suits, and also the plastic that doesn't melt with heat. That's another thing. You can tell an LS fire mask from a crappy, run-the-mill fire mask, because the LS ones, mine, Lucifer Stars, they don't melt. Some shields, they give these cheap masks to firefighters, and they'll put them on and go, and then you get around a heat source, and then they start getting all yellow and start melting, and then it actually melts to the firefighter's face if it actually gets that hot. And I got pissed when I found out about that, of course, because we have special plastic that does not melt to the person's face, because it's like heat. That's how you mold plastic. So, and I think we actually had glass ones, actual real glass face masks or face shields or something like that. So they're actually glass. They can take the 800 degrees or whatever 100 degrees temperatures. And of course the real fire suits, although I know they're heavy and they're hot. I'm sorry, but there were a couple of explosions and stuff like that where these firefighters swore that they're like, we hated it, but when that went off, when that one time hit, when that thing and people's clothes were catching fire, like you can actually see the clothes on the people just start to smoke and smolder, and that they're getting burned, and so there's a couple of firefighters that swear by my suits now. Like I said, I know, but I put you guys through a lot, didn't I? With all the suits and stuff like that, and this and that, and being so fussy, I was like, you got to wear the suit. You got to wear it. You have to wear it. If you're going to work for me, you got to wear the suit and the boots and everything, because otherwise, and also getting boots that don't melt when you impose them to heat, because otherwise, So yeah, I put you guys through a lot, I know, but my fire trucks, my fire suits, my everything, like I said, for my cities and my towns, you got my stuff. which was the best we could provide. The best Germany could provide, by the way. By the way, it's German. Don't let them, well, it's German and Chinese, but don't let them fool you on that. It was Germany, the Germans. They did this. They did all of this. They had the metallurgy, they had the fire suits, they had the glass, they had everything. And they followed me to the letter, so we got it. Anyway, yeah. And that's what makes America great is basically, Germany mostly. But also, that's why I went to go and save Germany when it was taken over. Like I said, we lost Germany, so it got taken over. It got breached. It was Fortress Germany, and finally it got breached. So America had to go save it. Anyway, and also saving and protecting Chinese with Germans and stuff like that. Like I said, one of the reasons why Germany fell is because one of the armies from Germany was actually in China or someplace. Somebody was attacking somebody, and my army was moving up, and I had troops over in China or someplace, and they were getting attacked really hard, and they actually killed all those troops, unfortunately. But they were defending Chinese, so like I said, Germany was like, we're gonna stem the tide, and we tried to save everyone, but we couldn't. But we tried. And then America backed up Germany, or backed up the people, basically. Pretty much. It gets to be a nightmare, but we did the best we could. And I'm not sure exactly what happened with everything, but it got confusing because, technically I was taken out of power. Somebody just said, you're not really the president, or you're not really king, or whatever, so anyway, yeah. But my safety gear got there, and my engine, the people still got the stuff, so regardless. So at least I was still able to save the lives of all my people, or at least as many people as I could. So, but yeah, now.